What's up, guys? Hunter Frontier back at it again with another video. In this video, guys, we're gonna be talking about cards from Stampede that you definitely should be getting before it's too late. And of course, we're gonna go ahead and get started with this one. Now, starting off with the booster box, of course, it's already lowest $118.19, kind of almost right out the gate. And I think a lot of people expected this because this is a high demand product, right? This is our better version of a Megatin in terms of now we're expecting it to be better than the last, and this is the last time we're getting something like this, of course, so you already know it has to be very, very overpriced. But getting started, right, we're going to go from highest to low, and we're not going to go through everything. So of course, let me know down below if there's something down below that you've been seeking to buy from the set. Let me know and we'll go ahead and talk about it. But getting started off with, of course, the Bellstar, the Black Witch. Now, people really do prefer this new art over the original art because it just looks way more badass, right? If we compare it to something like Eldritch the Golden Lord, where you have the OG art version of that versus the boss Eldritch, right? He's on his throne. People prefer that one, including me. So it also it is meta relevant as well in terms of the card itself and the deck. So personally, it is slightly justified, but again, prices are changing daily, so remember to try to keep that in mind as we go through this list. And before we get into other cards and of course prices, I do want to point out two things, and that is of course that we do have Dragon Master Magia, right? You do have the Platinum Secret Rare, you have the Prismatic Collector's Rare, and you do have the Ultimate Rare. So if you are looking to pick this card up, I will tell you that if you immediately need it, go ahead and try to pick up a copy. Why not, right? But if you can wait for this, why not just go ahead and give it a week or two, see if it will go down in price. But over time, I think that it will stabilize and maybe go up a little higher. Now, I won't go to the price of the Quarter Century Secret Rare, of course, because that's not going to happen, but it will be going higher because at that point, you only have 4 options, right, to go ahead and pick up this card. So keep that in mind. And another thing too is that Ash Blossom itself, right, the feet version, that's how a lot of people do identify this card with, is very, very low. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, a hollow version of Ash Blossom is so rare to get, right? For this low of a price, it's kind of insane. But remember, again, right off the gate, it's just that it just got reprinted, of course, and over time this will be going up in price. But you do have a lot of options with this. You do have the Prismatic Collector's Ultimate Rare, which I prefer, to be honest. Getting a playset for $15 is not bad. Or under $10, you can go ahead and just buy some Ash Blossoms. But I would do so, sooner rather than later, because again, Ash Blossom itself is a immediate staple. You do need any meta deck, of course. So that's something you want to be on top of. But also, you do have the Quarter Century Secret version of it under $100 right now, but it will slowly but surely match the OG copy, right? Maybe slightly under, but over time they're going to be competing for a while. But you can see the prices here too. Again, you won't catch an Ash Blossom that's under $10 in terms of the 25th anniversary rarity collection. I mean, you do have this secret rare here, but any of the upgraded rarities, like the Prismatic Ultimate Rare, you get the Platinum Secret Rare, Prismatic Collector's Rare, and of course the Quarter Secret Rare, are all above a certain amount. And again, as we get further into the format, you will see that Ash Blossom itself does get more expensive. You can see the common rares here are very low too. Even this super rare as well from the 25th anniversary edition collection. So again, consider getting your staples sooner rather than later. But moving back to our main topic of discussion for today, we do have, of course, some crazy banger cards here. So we do have Blue Eyes White Dragon, the new art, and I will say that it is a nice art. Is it justified for $82 right off the gate? Not, in my opinion, no. But if you are looking to add, a copy or just get a playset, you could wait, but don't wait too long for this. This is something that, I think a lot of people are like, wow, just Blue Eyes, a lot of Blue Eyes hype, of course. It's meta, that people will try to buy into this. So $82 is not too bad. But again, you can wait. It's up to you what you want to do. Pick up some cheap copies. There are other rarities of this. You don't have to get the core Central Secret Rare version, of course. But moving on, we do have Dark Magician Girl and 7th art because there's that many versions of it, of course. Now for 80 bucks, that's the same thing for me. I would feel like you could kind of wait on this and try to get a cheaper copy. That's not justified at all. Going to Effect Veiler here. I'm not a huge fan of the old art, but if you guys are, let me know down below. Again, the first copy, the Core Central Secret Rare version, the OG copy from, of course, Rarity Collection 1, is around 80 bucks itself. So it's already kind of matching that price, but it's going to be the same thing with Rarity Collection 2, where you had Droll Rockbird, the OG copy, versus the old art. The old art is much lower than the OG copy. That's how it's going to be with Effect Veilers. So if you want to pick up your Effect Veilers like this version, I would wait for it to go down. Next up, we have Maxi, a very important card here, and 70 bucks for all that Maxi is in my opinion cheap. But you can still try to see if it will go down to 50, 60 bucks. That might be the perfect range to pick it up for. But again, if you can always just, just be like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this now. Crazy staple, especially when if it comes off the ban list, easily will be like 100 plus. So keep that in mind as well. 29 listings. And then low listings for Call by the Grave, the new artwork, which I'm actually not a huge fan of, but it is another chance for you to get a Cold by the Grave in a high rarity form. So I can understand why it's justified for that. Plus the listings have been going lower and lower. And of course we do have Sky Striker Hype, and getting a new art of Ray would be very nice too. So again, that's another reason why that price is slightly justified. But if the hype goes down, this card can easily go down in price as well. We have Sage with Eyes of Blue, and we have so many different versions. I will say that Sage with Eyes of Blue, this one is great though. $77. It has been bought out, but again, Blue Eyes hype is there. You do want to make sure you capitalize on that. Now we do have Trap Dust Shoot and Edison cards, of course. Great to see. Now will it go down in price? Probably not, to be honest with you. I think that if you try to get your cards now, you're good. If not, you might have just try to go ahead and buy super rares, ultra rares, and again, you're good to go with that one. Nibiru the Primal Being, the new artwork of this, it's very nice. Now again, I think off the bat people are like, let's go ahead and just buy into this, and you can already see the effect. People are like, all right, well, it is what it is. And to be honest, it's cool to see that we finally know what it looks like, right? So you don't have to go ahead and just play the rock. Now you can actually play Nibiru himself. So it's kind of cool. I know that we're kind of going through the Core Central Secret versions of all these cards, but keep in mind that you can also buy the cheaper versions as well. Like I said with Ash Blossom, you can go ahead and do that. We do have Blazing Cartesia, and this one too, again, if you are playing branded or a type of deck that can run this, go ahead and do so. But this might be a card where you can actually wait for it to go down and then pick it up later. We do have Dark Magician Arcana, cannot say names, but this one was really good, and it was lowest $75 for a copy for pre-order on Gamer's Choice. So 55 bucks, not too bad. It's definitely a card that can go down, but over time can definitely go up as well based on nostalgia purposes. We have Blue Eyes White Dragon. Again, another artwork. So many artworks, right? But this version was not it's not a bad version, but again, a lot of the different cards in the set, let's say Dark Magician Girl, Blue Eyes, if they have other artworks in the set, they are competing with each other, and a lot of the times, one there will be a clear winner out of all of them, right? So for this one, I wouldn't say this would be the best one. I would say this artwork would be the best one out of the Blue Eyes artworks that are listed in this set. But again, not a bad copy. $46, not too bad. It's this is the more higher version, rare version, right? Of oh, I want to max out my Blue Eyes deck, right? And that's I'll pick up this version instead. We do have Lady Labyrinth. Really cool. I think hopefully Labyrinth comes back, but for the price, and again, it's not being really played right now. Not bad to see. Dark Magician, again, another artwork of this, 55 bucks. I like the artwork here, but again, over time it will go up, but for now it's okay. Zeus, Very, very good. 58 bucks. It is slightly above for a good reason, because this is actually an insane artwork, okay, for Zeus. It had the Starlight Rare for the OG copy, and I remember picking it up and then selling it a long time ago. But this artwork is very cool, and if you do pull this, keep it. If you trade into it, definitely keep it. It's a great uh, artwork to have long term. Moving on, we have DDD Wave High King Caesar, and this will go up in price. Again, I think Yugioh and other decks like that are making a comeback. That's a great price to kind of get it at, to be honest, for a one of. But if that's not something you do want to get a low rare copy just so you have access to it. And I am actually not a fan that they made this version of Dark Mission again, but we are seeing that now with Konami, and I'll make different videos about this. Is the fact that they don't really care too much about reprints. They don't care about making a very like exclusive card, because later they will go ahead and just make more copies. And it's like, what happened, right? Because this is from Battle of Chaos, and of course they just revamped it. You can buy this for a super rare, and it really devalues the ultra rare from that set. Next up, we do have Royal Oppression. Again, another card for Edison, and you don't have to pick up the high rarity version, but you can go ahead and just pick up a super rare, and you're good to go with that. And I will say, anything from GOAT, Edison format, pick up lower rare versions of it, because over time they will go up in price. Moving on to page 2, we'll probably just get to page 2, maybe some of 3, and then that's it. Slifer, Obelisk, and Raw, I would say, are great, because if we look back at Bonanza, a lot of the cards, like a lot of the I would say the Egyptian God cards, they were like crazy in price, right? These are the OG copies, and I know you'll say like, well, we already have a collection secret version of these cards, right? This was like the first set that we actually, the reprint set of the first sets of Yu-Gi-Oh that we saw these cards. Still though, I will say that these are the OG copies. The effect ones you can actually use in a duel. They're gonna go up in price for sure, and it's always been a trend where Slifer is higher than Obelisk and Raw. So 48 bucks, not too bad. Most Charming Warlos, this is just the Prismatic Collector's Rare, 37 bucks. For me, I'm actually just gonna pick up Prismatic Ultimate Rares. That's my preferred version. But go ahead and just pick up any copies that you guys can, and then you're good to go. Super rares, not too bad. My like science of it is that if a super rare is pretty much in terms of a price, it's very similar. Like let's say $1 or $2 off from like a secret rare. Go and just go up and pick up a secret rare. Why not, right? And if it doesn't save you, like, it's not too much of a difference, go ahead and do so. Now, I do like this Dark Magician Girl version. This is the Battle City version from a long time ago. 42 bucks, not a bad price point. We have Dimensional Prison. This one is okay. Again, it's up to you if you want to go ahead and do with high rarity, but like I told you guys, just go ahead and get the lower rare copies. I'm not a huge fan of this Blue Eyes White Dragon version. It's not even like an older version. It's really only like under 2 years old. That came out in the tins, I believe. So I wouldn't do it, but if you guys do like it, go ahead and do so. We have lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. Again, if you're looking to play Labyrinth high rarity, go ahead and do so. If not, you can go ahead and just pick up a lower rare copy. Now, Metamorphosis. This is one of the cards that you really should be picking up high rarity. Again, Go format is very popular. Edison is very popular. You might as well go ahead and pick up these if you're going to be using them, or expect them to go up in price for sure. Mass Change, really cool, again, used for older formats, but even still, relevant and like heroes nowadays. Great card to see. And then we do have Sky Striker Ace Hayate, the new artwork. You're playing Sky Strikers, another chance for you to go ahead and play this card in your deck, because the other copies have been going up. All the Sky Striker stuff has just been going crazy. We were talking about the Molt Charming Ferraros, of course, but Fiendsmith Desiree, you could pick it up. I mean, again, it's up to you, but you can just go low rarity and you're good to go. Lightning Storm is interesting. I'm not a huge fan of all these like alt art, like random ones, but hey, if this goes back to 3, definitely something that will go up. But it's kind of cool because this artwork, you see like what is actually shooting the Lightning Storm. So maybe play one of this and then the actual like the OG artwork and then put it together. That's kind of cool though. Moving back here though, Buster Blader, really cool, very OG card. So I would actually pick up 28 bucks, not a bad price. This Dark Mission, not a huge fan of. That was the Dark Dimensions version. I don't know about that one. We do have Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit, really cool. I know it's underestimating the format, but hey, we're getting it for a one of the Ghost Sisters too, the OG Ghost Sisters. Not a bad price. We do have a Looper. Do not buy this, please. People aren't even playing Dustbeer right now, but regardless, you can always just wait for it to go lower or pick up other copies. I remember when a Looper Secret was about like 120 bucks for a single copy. Crazy. Incredible Ecclesia, again, other card do not get. Just get a lower copy of that. And of course, for Arlos, we have Delinquent Duo. And it's kind of funny because people were making memes that, like, certain cards like this too, the ultra rare, the secret rare, yeah, there people are going to put them away or try to sell them because now we have the course of secret rare. Again, if you want to get that, go ahead and do so. Sky Striker Ace Ray, this version is interesting because we have the OTS Ulti and it's always been around 10-12 bucks, and now we have a considered high rarity version of it. So it is up to you whether you want to pick it up. But remember, we did have the I would say it is the alt art version that came out in the Battles of Legend set with Magia, and that's actually very high in price. So for about not a bad price to pick this up if you are playing Sky Strikers, but again, something you want to do sooner rather than later. And then we have Fallen of Albaz, again, another card do not buy. This is not worth it. And we have the Red Eyes Black Dragon. It's 8th art, of course, $23. I wasn't a huge fan of that, so I would just avoid it, to be honest with you. And let's see what else we do have here. Secret Rare, like I said, for Arlos, go ahead and just pick that one up. If you are trying to go from like a Super Rare Ultra, you might as well get that one. We do have Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. Personally, I wouldn't get it, but again, if you are playing Blue Eyes or you're playing a different version of that, then go ahead and do so. Access Code Talker, I like this version. I mean, I prefer the OG copy, but if I were to get my hands on this, I wouldn't complain. We're not even gonna go into the seventh version of that. This version of Dark Magician, I like. This is from Dual Power, if you guys don't know, years ago, but it's not a bad copy. 22 bucks is all right for a Dark Magician. Evil Swarm Extonite. So now, if we're talking about specific things, especially in the extra deck, like one-off cards, it's up to you whether you want to do that. For me, I'd probably just get a lower copy. Necro Valley, interesting card. I actually would go ahead and pick that up for a higher rare copy because it's Necro Valley. Like, you can definitely use it in different decks. We do have, of course, Live Twin Leela. And now if you are paying gonna play Live Twin or you want to collect them, not a bad price, but you can already see reflected with the low listings. Chamber Dragon Maid, 17 bucks each, not bad, especially since they're getting support very soon. So that's great to see. Unfortunate with Electromite not coming back, but great to see the low window in terms of trying to get a price for it. A lot of listings, so you do have time though to make that choice. Now we have black, and of course we have white somewhere here, but personally I wouldn't for the one-ofs, but it's up to you guys how much you care about that. We do have the reprint for this card, and I wouldn't get it high rarity, but again, just grab a copy of it because it was starting to go up in price as a super rare. Secret Password, same thing. If you're going to be playing that deck, go ahead and just pick it up if you want to, but I really wouldn't at this time because one listing, 50 bucks is crazy. Then we have, of course, Warlos, 21. So see, this is what I'm saying, like 21, 20, my mind right now, versus 23. Just pick up the 23. Not a huge fan of this Dark Mission, but again, some people are. Masterpiece, the OG Secret, like from Maximum Crisis, is about $8-9 right now. So if you want to pick up that one, or pick up a super rare, or pick up the course of super rare, why not? It's a one-of, so pretty justifiable. Pot of Extravagance, kind of cool to see in that old art, competing with the OG, copy from Rare Collection 1. You do have Evil Hero Adjusted Gold, right off the bat, just random, right? But I don't think that over time it would go up like to a crazy amount. We're not talking like a few months ago where all the copies were up, but it's still a great card to have, and you do have now super rares. So, oh boy. And then we have the Guiding Quem. We talked about this before, or we probably did not. But again, Brandon's not doing anything right now. Unless you want to play it, go ahead. Now, something that I really want to see is Power Tool Dragon. I'm gonna try to wait to try to pick this up maybe for like 10 or 12. But there's really no rush with this one, of course. And then you have Baby Stegosaurus. Great, you know, there's so many copies of Baby Stegosaurus too, but high rarity dinos coming soon. Then we have Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon. This is the last one we'll talk about, but again, you guys know it's very meta at the moment. It's a great trap card, but I will say don't pick this up right now. You can just pick up other copies and you guys are good to go. But if you guys do want me to talk about more regarding Stampede, because this can go from 1 to like 42 pages, but I'll gladly be here for you guys if you do want that. Let me know down below, of course, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you give it a huge like, comment down below your thoughts, of course. And guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn notification bell on so you're updated the next time I upload new videos. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day or night, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.